That's tight.
Going back to Erykah Badu, how did that come about to get her on Tree Home? Like, was that?
So I made Tree Home. I'm trying to be fucking Stevie Wonder and all these other motherfuckers.
Do you have a Stevie Wonder keyboard move? You're not just Stevie Wonder keyboard move?
My hairline ain't that bad to fucking be Stevie Wonder. But I'm trying to, I did that. I did the bridge. And I came up with the melody, dun, 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 like the fucking whole scat shit. And I was like, the same thing with Pharrell thing. I was like, damn, Erykah Badu would sound sick on this, because this reminds me of when I first heard Baduism when I was 5 years old. Like, when I didn't know what chords were, I just liked the way that jazz sounded. So I started writing the melody and shit to how I think she would sound. And then I texted her, and she was like, I mean, I'm down. Let's not FaceTime. What's the shit you do on iChat? When you do it? Oh, it's called iChat. I'm a fucking idiot.
But actually, Tyler, it's iChat.
It's iChat. So we iChatted and we just trade ideas. I sent her the song and she was like, "What do you want me to say?" I was like, "Just stay in the melody, but can you just say, there's a party in my tree home, girl, you think you special?" And she fucking, like, 3 weeks later sent me the parts. And her and Coco together just sounded fucking awesome. And it was, because Baduism is one of my favorite albums, and I'm a big Erykah Badu fan. And
you were talking about you heard Rimshot. How old were you when it really impacted you?
Literally, like, music has been a part of my life forever. And I remember being in kindergarten, 5 years old, and my mom had Baduism on a cassette tape, and she would play the shit out of that.
Cassette tape?
I fucking loved it, and Rimshot is my favorite intro to an album of all time. So to finally fucking hear someone who's influenced my music so much on one of my things was crazy. And she's a fan too. She loves the aesthetic and everything, so that's awesome again.
You put a lot of thought to your intros and outros, and like on Wolf, outros alone, and you talk about the death of your grandmother from brain cancer. You know, how difficult was that, and why did you decide to really kind of share it in that level of detail?
It was, well, I have a small family. It's me, my mom, my sister. It was my grandmother. I have an aunt, and I have a cousin, and she has a son. That's it, though. I say aunt weird, aunt. And so, yeah, that was it. And fucking, literally that fucking second verse is literally how it happened.
Yes,
I'm with Lionel, and I think Travis and like someone else. We're at a gas station at my house. My mom calls me, she fucking crying, "Oh, fucking grandma's not gonna make it." And I'm like, "Oh shit, all right, come to the hospital, we're taking her there now." And I hang up the phone and I'm like, what the fuck? And that same night, the band Bad Bad Not Good had a show, and we were about to go there. And Lionel's driving there, and the whole time in my head, I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Because that shit's awkward as fuck for me. Like, I let niggas know when shit's awkward, so I'm sitting there like, what the fuck? Like, so we're at the show, and we're not far from like the fucking hospital that they took her to.
Cedar Sinai.
Yeah, at Cedar Sinai or whatever. And we, I'm like, "Yo, man, I'm about to dip. Let me get my board out your car." He's like, "Where you guys going? I'm about to go to this hospital. My fucking grandma's there. I guess she's dying. I don't know." I didn't really talk to my mom much. She called me crying and shit. She was like, "All right." He dropped me off there, and I get in there, and I don't have a big family, but they was all in there, just sitting there, and my cousin's crying, and everyone's like holding each other, and I'm like, "Yo, this is fucking weird." I'm just quiet, I'm chilling, and my fucking mom's like, "You should go in there and see her," or whatever. And I go in there, and they need a sticker. It took a long time for them to give me a sticker to go in there. And I go in there, and she's on the bed, like, fucking, like, she's, like, up, but she just looks fucked up, dude. And me personally, I don't like people around me that's sad, or I like seeing people happy and in good moods, and I like the color pink and yellow. I don't like black, I don't like none of that shit. So seeing my grandmother, one of the women that raised me, all fucked up, was like, "Whoa, this is weird, I do not like this. Oh, I need to get the fuck out of here," like. And she's talking to me, and she was so happy to see me and my sister, cause like I felt like she's seen the rest of the family. She has a son named Binky who's in jail, who's my uncle. I never met him, but they say I look just like him, tall, lanky, and fucking like skinny. And everyone in the family say that I remind them of him. Mm-hmm. Wait, I remind. Yeah. You guys know what the fuck I'm trying to say. So he's in jail, so she couldn't see him. So I guess seeing me
brought that back, brought that memory back.
Like, I guess seeing me was like, okay, like I could die now. Like I seen all my family or whatever, and I'm just looking at her, and it's just the craziest shit. Like I'm looking at her, and she would look at me, and I would just look away because I just can't see somebody just so. She's fucked up off the drugs, and like she's just fucked up. So I'm in there for like 20 minutes, whatever, and the lady's like, yo, you guys gotta leave, we're about to do whatever. I give her a hug and a kiss, and I told her, I was like, I'll see you later. And then she was like, all right, I love you, bye. And I looked at her and I dipped. And then we went home, and it was like, I don't know, 1 in the morning, I'm knocked out. And I just heard a yell. And it was my mom. She was like, yo, what the fuck? Fuck, we gotta get the fuck out of here. We gotta fucking go. We hop in the car. We go to the fucking hospital. And then they, my whole family was in a room. And my grandma was dead. She was like, she already passed. She was on the bed and shit. And everyone surrounded her. I didn't go in the room because I can't see that shit. Like, that shit's too, I like.
You said you didn't even cry. You don't cry.
I like the color yellow, and I like pink and fucking baby blue, and it's too much black and gray in there. Like, I just can't deal with it. So I'm just sitting there, and I'm fucking like, I'm outside in the lobby, and I'm on my phone. I think I was like, that was the most awkward shit. I'm in there. I think I text like 2 people. I think I text like fucking Taco. I think I texted Lego, and I was like, yo, like, my grandma just died. This shit is crazy. I never had a death in my life. I don't know what the fuck to do. This is weird. Everyone's crying. I'm not crying. I don't know what the fuck is going on. Like, I'm not feeling any emotion. I'm just at a blink. And it was weird. And I say that in a song, like, yeah. I'm sitting there like, fuck, like, I'm showing no emotion. This is crazy. And a couple of days later, Travis's mom was like, yeah, when my dad died, you know, it took Sid and Travis a couple of days to let their emotions out or whatever. And like 4 days later, they were balling up, you'll get it. And to this day, it never hit me. And the fact that a woman that I loved or, you know, that raised me died and I never cried or like, you know, my emotion was at a blank still to this day, made me look at myself like, yo, what the fuck is wrong with me? Like, when someone that you love, like, fucking dies, you're supposed to, like, show emotion, and I didn't show any emotion, and that shit was just weirding me out, you know?
Does it weird you out now, or you feel like you just understand a little
I mean,
more?
I could talk about this shit, like, but it's still like, that's weird. And the thing that weirded me out, it wasn't even the fucking death of my grandmother, the drive back. It was what kind of like, I don't care who you are or how fucking tough you are, seeing your mom cry is like the most fucked up shit in the world. Like, we're just driving back and I'm just sitting there, I'm looking straight because my mom had, you know, she's not crying, but she's just like, what the fuck? And that shit is so fucking, it's just awkward in the car. My sister's in the back. I'm just sitting there like, should I get on Instagram? Is that disrespectful? Oh man, this is fucking weird. All right, you know, I'll just sit here. And all of a sudden, I just hear fucking like, just moping, and my mom just starts bawling, like, just fucking. Mind you, she's driving us home in the rain, and she's just fucking. What are you doing? What are you doing?
Stay still, serious part.
Yeah, and I'm just like, what the fuck? My mom's just fucking crying, dog. And I just look to my left, and I just see her like, fucking crying, and that kind of fucked with me more than my actual grandmother's death. Like, seeing my mom hurt, like
you had never seen her like
it's
that?
Your mom, like, she's supposed to protect you, like, no matter how big you get. So seeing her cry was just like, what the fuck? And I just went home that night just fucking confused.
I think they're bothering us. What's going on? You want to show the video? Is that what it is? Okay, I'm sorry.
Oh, you want to take...
My talk is so incredible.
So after my fucking talk about my fucking grandma, this nigga want to show a fucking commercial.
Awkward. awkward, but no, we have to deal with it. It's awkward though. Nah, but I appreciate it. No, but like you said, like we went the thing with the skit with Dr. TC, he's like, you know, sorry for your loss. She's like, yeah, whatever, but it's kind of like, that's kind of what made you decide to make it that kind of message at the end of it?
That's true.
Like how to end up, she was thinking like, how do I end this? Like I'm gonna tell this vivid detail of this situation, but how do I end it? How does it fit the album's narrative, you know?
It wasn't even...
And then we'll show the video.
It just, that shit just came naturally, like that fucking... Half of the shit I think about on spot, to tell you the truth, but the way that ended was, that's exactly how I felt. It was just like, oh yeah, whatever, like, it's like I could talk about it. I could fucking, I see people like...
And you feel a sense of loss. I mean, sense of loss isn't crying hysterically. You feel a sense of loss.
Yeah, I feel a sense of loss, and it's my first death. Like, I have a small family, so that's like the first person to fucking like just Dipset out of there, and I don't cry like that. Like that shit's weird to me that I didn't show any emotion. That's weird.
Figure it out, but let's get into this because I mean, you know, she's very proud of you, huh?
What are we doing?
We're gonna show that third Pepsi spot.